What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Daddy Jeep Garage. So, like most of my friends who are slackers like me, you know who you are, Dan from Flawed Off-Road and Mark from FM Jeeping. I'm going to do a basic recap of where we're at in the shop and explain why we're slacking and not getting videos out. So we just got done with Bantam, and you know, we talked about that in my previous videos. Bantam is a big deal for me. I'm the off-road manager, and I do a whole lot to make that festival work. So that really put a dent in my shop time. And then I've just been super busy working on crap that makes me dollars to buy Jeep parts. So I've done all kinds of rocker panels and control arms and just boring things that are just work to get things done, get them out of the shop, and keep me moving forward. That said, I have a lot coming up. I have an LS motor here for the YJ. I have an LS motor over there for the WJ. I've got a 4.3 liter motor over here that's got to go in that van. So it's going to be motor swap central here for a little while. So hopefully you guys want to learn some things about LS swaps, because we've definitely got those coming. So part of LS swapping all of my junk is I'm also going to teach myself how to do some tuning. I have a tuning device coming. I have been researching and trying to learn about some software that I can use to start tuning these LS motors. So I'm super excited to dive into that. And of course, the way we do things around here, it's going to save me a bunch of money. So I got an OBDX Pro VX, which is a device that allows me to plug into the OBD2 port of any of these Gen 3 LS motors and tap into that programming and tweak some stuff and get rid of the VATs and just do the basic things I need to do to make an LS motor run in a Jeep. You can get into a whole bunch of other crap there. I am terrified to do such things because you can brick the computer, you can do things that'll make you blow up your motor. So we're going to take baby steps. We're going to get into the tune, upload some files to make an engine run, and then maybe look into some tweaks and modifying some things. I know I can get rid of like my downstream O2 sensor, some of the emission stuff that I don't really need in my trail Jeeps. I can get rid of that stuff pretty easily and pretty safely. So we're definitely excited to dive into that. So definitely stay tuned in the coming weeks, months, however long is more likely months, to get into some of this LS tuning. And really, I'm excited. I don't know which one I'm more excited about, getting one in my WJ or getting one on my YJ. They're both going to be awesome with more horsepower. The YJ's already got a Chevy V8, but it's an old throttle body motor. Doesn't have a ton of power, and more power is always more better. So that one's prepped and ready to go in. I've modified, I think I even showed in a recent video, but I did modify my power steering pump to work with my hydro assist. So this one's ready to go in. The one I just picked up for the WJ, I just picked up today. So it's as I got it. It's actually supposedly has 75,000 miles. It's a 2004 5.3 with a 4L60E. Supposedly a good running truck. It's got a brand new starter, a brand new alternator. So it really should be a nice package to just dump in the WJ and get that thing going with more power is, of course, a huge benefit of an LS swap. But what I'm really looking forward to is more economy. I mean, those 4 liters are great motors, but they're not known for their fuel economy. I'm expecting 20 miles per gallon with this 5.3. Could be wrong, could be smoking crack, but that's kind of my target. And of course, it depends on how I drive. But I'm really looking forward to getting that into that Jeep so it's more highway friendly, better economy, and just all around a better Jeep. More power, great. I mean, that's not really what I'm doing it for, but I know me, my right foot gets me in trouble, so I'm probably going to do some dumb things. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I've told you in a previous video, at least I think I have, I want to do another one of Jed's events down in West Virginia. He's been talking about a 1,000-mile off-road event in 72 hours, and I am super pumped to get the WJ ready for that event. My kid's going to go with me again. Keith will go with me this time. Not sure who else and what else we're going to be doing there, but super excited about that. The WJ is going to get massive overhauls for that event, and that is the first part of that overhaul. So that's coming in the very near future. The YJ, I don't know. As much as I really want to get this motor in the YJ, it's already got a good motor. It already performs very well. This is going to make it better, but it already works very well. So I'm probably not going to do a lot to the YJ for the time being. It's just going to go get beat on because that's why I have it. And it's been doing well, except for the mile marker hubs. We all know how my relationship with mile marker hubs has been. I currently have 2 broken hubs right now. I need to make a call. I've been talking with one of the engineers at Mile Marker. I need to reach out to him and see how he's gone with reviewing the parts that I sent him a while ago. Maybe there's something they can do to make me a stronger part. Maybe they'll just give me my money back and I can go buy some drive slugs. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going there yet, but I'm tired of breaking Mile Marker hubs. Other big news, if you guys watch me on the socials, I don't believe I've talked about it here on the YouTube, but I do have my very own event coming up here in just a few weeks. First weekend of August, we're wheeling at Southington Off-Road in Southington, Ohio, and The Landing in Katanning, PA. So this event's called Daddy Jeep's Hot Summer Days of Wheeling because it's going to be hot because it's the beginning of August. But we're going to have a blast. I hope some of you guys come out. I hope we can meet some guys, get you some T-shirts, some stickers, and do some wheeling. Maybe do some dumb things and break our junk because that's what we do. And then there's Old Moss. So we tried to get Old Moss to work for Bantam, and it just did not want to go play. So we're thinking it's likely a vacuum leak at the manifold. We know it's got an exhaust leak at the manifold, but it's just running like absolute garbage. So I made a call, called our friend the Jeep Doc. Most of you guys should know who the Jeep Doc is. And we ran through some of the problems we were having, did a bunch of diagnostic, and he's pretty confident we have a vacuum leak. So we'll be diving into Old Moss here, replacing the intake and exhaust gasket, and hopefully that gets Old Moss working again because, again, our hot summer days of wheeling is coming fast, so we need to make sure this thing's ready to go. And then there's Daddy Jeep. I haven't touched this thing since we brought it back from Bantam. It's still got Bantam mud on it. It's been raining a little, like it always has this year, so some of the mud's washed off, but this tire's a little bit low. My rope is disgusting from pulling stuck people out of the mud. But Daddy Jeep is ready to go. I could go wheel Daddy Jeep right now. So there's not a lot to happen here other than getting it cleaned up and ready for our event. And I don't know if you can notice, but I got a tractor over there and a lawn behind me that really needs mowed. That's a whole nother headache that we need to get into one of these days. But who's got time to deal with yard work? And we still have this rusty TJ project kicking around. I do have some money finally to start working on this again. I have been working on some rust repair. I'm kind of dreading the next step. I've got to jerk that tub off, do floor pans and torque boxes. And if you've ever done those before, you know they suck. So I need to dive into that. I've got probably all the parts I need to finish this Jeep. It's just got to get into it. I have a lot going on. I've been doing a lot of barbecue work. So this needs to take a priority pretty quickly, as well as my son's van, which I showed you earlier, because he kind of needs that too. And then, of course, there's a Dub J over there. I've got that green, pastel green Forest Service Tahoe over there that needs some work. We just have a ton going on in the shop. So hopefully you'll see a whole bunch more progress in the coming weeks, coming months. I really need to get stuff done and maybe actually bring you guys along and do some filming, because I've been just getting stuff done lately. I haven't done a lot of filming, so I apologize for that. But I hope to bring some content in the future. And definitely my wheeling event, I'm going to get a bunch of great content. We've got 20 plus people that I know are bringing Jeeps to that. So that's going to be a great time, and I will definitely have a full video just on that event.